Let's go from the side control really quick. I want to just work a pretty basic. Right in front of the star people. This is like a super basic attack. I just want to touch on a couple basic principles. If we get through them pretty quick, we can move on to one little extra thing, but for now I just want to work here. We're going to work, if you roll with me much, you know there's a type of side control I kind of prefer. The head is good control like this, but I really like being over, okay? We've worked this a lot in my class. I'm not going to work it exactly this way today, but just for my actual philosophy on it, I really like being over the arm and blocking the hip, okay? Just because I'm actually in north-south now, and I have an arm on each side, and I'm essentially in the same position on either side, okay? If with my arms in this position, to go around him, I have to leave this first and change my orientation, okay? There's a bit of playtime in that for him. So I like to be here already, okay? Well, what we're going to do is just work with a little bit killing the near side arm, and then just some basic ideas of what to do with the far side arm, where it goes with our head, okay? So there's only going to be a couple things. His near side arm, I either want to kneel on it, across this way, or I can windshield wiper me this way, but I want to have it pinned down, okay, here, this way, or or I want to have it packed up, here, inside my hip, okay, like this, under his head and nice and close. If I don't have an arm kill, that's when I especially want to play over his head and blocking his hip, because then his arms are useful as a barge to lift me and get his hips back, okay? So if I block his hips, he can lift me, and I'll move and get that Kimura I always do, okay? So if he lifts me that way, this is how we end up here. But what I want to do is our basic control, okay, when you do get this with a nice gable grip, this is super tight, okay? You need to keep your knee into the hip to make sure they don't escape. We don't outstretch our legs for pressure in this style of side control, because it gives them too much space, okay? So this is a compact style of side. I'm going to come here, get close. I don't like to switch my hips to kill the arm. I really just like to bring my knee in, like touching knee to knee by his hip here, and then just slide this one open and take that on, okay? So from here, bring the knees in and just barge it open. It might take a couple tries. It might take you a while. If you have to, you can hold on here and sit out and pull it out, okay? Go back up again. But I want to control like this and pressure cook them a little bit, okay? So this arm is not safe. I could do something with the near side arm, but all we're going to do, even if it's kill or if it's here, I'm just going to hold my smash, okay, and I'm going to play to this arm. So our basic attack we can work, but most of us have trained it, and it's not that common to finish with, okay, with the Americana. So there's ways to land it, but the main thing I want to have my Americana for is to make sure he's going to move his arm to either straighten here and I have an arm triangle, okay, or around my head here, which is what I want. If he's around my head and I have the head and arm game here, this is the underhook game now, okay? I've got several techniques off of this. If he wraps my head here, now I've got some really tight submission options. So from this style of side control, I like to control, and if he's forearm in the throat, I like to just test that Americana, okay? So almost always, if I come out and start to push this to the ground, like Americana snaps around my head. Boom, okay? It might even hug your body down, but he's on this side now, okay? Very simple, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to just grabbing his biceps with my forefingers, I'm going to pull my forearm on his body, pull him up, and I'm going to posture up a little bit and try and pull his belly up into my belly so he's up on his side, okay? We have our spinning armbar from here. I'm not a huge fan of the spinning armbar though. I prefer to get into the Kimura position still from here, okay? So from this position, control, elbow on the body, I'm going to stuff his head and just step over and now kneel down, okay? Now with my underhook, I'm going to punch under with my other hand, okay, deep. And now pull out here and catch the wrist, okay? Turn a little bit. So from here, control, pull him up, stuff his head, and just kneel over. Pinch my knees, okay? If his arm is here, if his arm is under, if it's all the way under. This isn't a big deal. If you want to, you can, once you switch arms through, you can change and control what you have to do with this arm, okay? But it's not very consequential as long as I stay heavy and pinch my knees. Okay, so from here, go on to the side, underhook. If he has a forearm in my throat, I'm going to threaten the Americana, really basic. This is why you don't touch the Americana much, because they can just move the arm to the other side of the head, okay? So once he moves the arm, I'm going to pull him up, forearm on the body, don't pull him up flat. Forearm on the body first, that takes up the space between us. Now my C-clamp, hand right here goes on the neck. Okay, and that gives me space. Notice the windshield wiper, the knees. This one comes close, up, step over. Okay, pinch him in. Now I've got underhooked on the arm. I'm going to come through, pull it tight to me. Now pull this one out, and Kimura grip. Okay, from here, have my basic Kimura. I can lift and put my shin on the ribs and switch to my arm lock. Okay, and we can run our, pinch some skin there. Run our magic grip series. Okay, little finishes from here. So for now, I want us just to drill one move really quick, getting this Kimura position, and then we'll work a couple finishes in a second, okay? So from here, basic head and arm style. I'm going to underhook and try to chop his hand. Stand on the floor so it goes there. Touch, pull him up. Kneel over and pinch. He has to be up on his side, okay? Now switch arms. 1, 2, 3. Get the Kimura grip, okay? Now if you want to from the Kimura grip, you can finish arm lock on your drill or whatever, but I just want us to drill for a little bit, getting our Kimura grip. Position, try to go Americana, it snaps to the side of the head, pull him up, here, boom, okay. Do this side, okay, try to get here, forearm on the body, boom, okay, here, through, grip. Okay, and now go through one round each, drilling to the Kimura grip, okay? Go up to the Kimura grip, and then one whole round, and then we switch. Get the Kimura set up itself down. I want to go, there's a couple different finishes I want to go to from here. If you're wearing the gi, I always like to tie up the magic grip, okay? With the magic grip, there's a ton of finishes we can go to. There's a couple of things we'll discuss as far as points you can run. If you're doing points tournament, then you can really stack. You can make a quick 10-point run with the magic grip, which is, you can't really come back from it unless you submit it first. Or unless you get a magic grip and make a 10-point run. But from here, okay, I get my position. It starts at threatening Americana. Go switch. Boom. Okay, get my Kimura grip. Now let's turn 180 here. From Kimura grip, this is what they're going to do because he likes the shoulder. Okay? So he's going to go here automatically, and it's always to the belt, to the pants or something. But what he does is he puts his arm across his body, perfect for me to wrap something over it. Okay? So I would be over his head. Okay, but I'm going to demonstrate from behind his head so that we can see what's going on. So from this Kimura grip, I'm going to lean all the way into his legs. So I'm going to lose, this grip is super tight, but it's because I have multiples of force, like it's like a curling around here because I'm constantly pulling with this arm and pushing with this one. It's like I have multiples of force, and it's really hard for me to get this elbow towards me to the ground, how he happens to escape, okay? In order to escape, if he gets this forearm on my chest, I lose. So go ahead and make sure, if this goes here, then he's going to get out. So I have to find some way to keep crazy pressure on the back of his triceps, okay? Keep this. If I just use body weight, then I'm rolling us belly down, and he's going to roll me over. So I can't just go here, just scroll super heavy, he's just going to granny roll and take us over this side. Okay? So I can't just use body weight either. I have to learn how to get smaller around his arm, okay? So I'm going to try to attach my wrist kind of to my shoulder and really lean in. I'm going to windshield wiper my legs kind of towards his head and lean my head right towards his hips, okay? From here, the wrist comes over the back, here, and it's important that this hand comes this way because it's okay if his hand goes down. See, to escape this, his hand would have to go down first and then out. But when I go here, this hand is reaching down here for a grip. So if he extends beyond my fingers to escape, I put him back. Okay? So I'm here, I want my grip, I open first, I'm still holding. I'm going to come for a lapel or a belt, they're right here. There shouldn't be a lot of open space, okay? And I'm not staying here, I lean. Okay? I'm on his leg, and now there's a type of pressure. If you see, there's no opening behind his elbow. His elbow's touching his hip. I'm on top of everything, but I'm not leaning over him how we're going to fall, okay? Now here, when this goes to find up here, this is my position. This is searching towards the pants, towards the lapels, towards the belt, okay? I can use any of these, okay? Pants over the forearm, lapel, belt, through the belt, 4 fingers through, okay? Any of these, okay? So from here, I lean towards his legs, I open this up, and I put a lot of pressure here, okay? Now, again, if you were to escape, if you have to straighten out this way, I'm just going to put him back. Grab something, wrap it up tight. So I didn't just hand it to my hand and hope it's going to stay in. It's not, okay? Here, pulling, here, pull this, feed it, open my hand against it. Now when I wrap, I try and go pull him down. Okay, I try to pull myself this way. Now everything's tight, and I come back, swing back down by his hips, so it's starting to cinch through, okay? Now it's really tight. Now the basic 10-point run you can make here is to pull this shoulder flat so that he's facing the sky again, and put a knee on the stomach, okay? We get knee on belly points for this. Now control the head. You can control his arm, especially to keep him from blocking the mount. Okay, here, step over, mount, technical mount gets us mount points, okay? Now wrap up, take him to the back, and get back points. Okay, then if you're smart, you should be able to finish if he only has one arm. Okay? So, that's our 10-point run from the Kimura. Okay, we set it up the same underhook style. We get our Kimura on, we were over the head. I'm just going to lean right here, grab this and pull it. Okay, there I can go lapel. Okay, get a nice tight grip. Now if I want to finish straight from here and over his head, we go magic cutter, okay, the bread cutter from the magic grip. So I'm going to reach in between my legs. The choke is like this. My thumb is just going to come to his collar, okay? And it's going to loop my forearm in, and I'm going to choke him against my thigh, or if that doesn't work, against the ground. Okay, here. So I force it in though, because even if he keeps his chin down, when I'm over his head, the orientation of this thumb going towards the collar is just me reaching between my legs. Okay, so I'm here, and I reach my hand between my legs over his arm. It's very hard to stop. I find his chin here, and I can just push it up with my palm. Okay, I get my thumb in the bottom collar, and now to finish the choke, see my forearm where it is already. Okay, to finish the choke, I just take my leg behind his head. Okay, lean in a little bit. So from my Kimura grip, boom, I'm over his head because we set it up from an underhook this way, okay? Sorry. So underhook, boom, over, punch through, switch, I can go right in, okay? Pull this in, tighten him up, go in for the chin, find the thumb in the bottom collar. Here, okay, thumb in the bottom collar. It's going to turn in. Here I'm not in a choking angle, but when I'm above him, my forearm is automatically under the neck. It just goes automatically, okay? So here, with my leg out of the way so you can see, the back of my hand can slide against his chest. It's very hard. Put your chin down. It's very hard for him to stop me from getting this grip, and I'm just putting my leg behind the head and always being under that chin, okay? Sneak that in, finish this choke, or take the back, okay? So the other one is we're here. We're going to put him flat by pushing his shoulder to the mat. Boom, put the knee on stomach. Float here for a second, okay? Control his hand. Step over, technical mount. Okay, you could arm bar here, you could post here and do your arm bar. Then get back position and roll. Okay? And now you can finish from the back if you want. One. I like one arm or naked from here, just like this. Okay? more time. So from the top, here, boom. Set this up, cinch it down. If we're behind him, remember, look at the lean, okay? Open. He has, if we're here, he goes straight up and escapes. If we're here, he has to go down and I'll catch him. Put him back. Okay. Here, boom, right in. From here, reach in, thumb in. 1. If this isn't tight enough, drop your hips out and face the legs like you're gonna mount. Now you open the elbow along the mat here. Okay? So there, or down, knee, 2 points. It's 2 points. Guard passes 3. Guard passes 3, knee on bellies 2. So from here, roll him up, mount him. Okay? Wait for your points from there. Roll him to the back. Okay? One arm or naked or full mataleo. I just want to show a couple bonus moves. If we want, I can throw a whole bunch really fast and see what sticks, or we can just like throw. But there's a couple funky things I like to do from here. So there's different moves that you use on like a night class training with people that maybe like on a Saturday open mat when you're like walking on your hands during training and stuff. Open mat is a little more relaxed and funky. I don't think your partner will get as upset with you if you use these techniques on like a Friday or Saturday. Don't do it to them in class because you know coach is watching and stuff, and it's like, but from here, yeah, if you get a really deep grip, okay, there's a couple things with the grips. My favorite is 4 fingers through the belt. Okay, if you look, if I'm every other grip, I'm just covering his forearm, like this is the best example right here. I'm covering his forearm in one place. Okay, but when I go belt, I'm covering his forearm over here with his hand, and I'm covering it over here. And my hand is covering it here. So I actually have, what is solid, we'll call it more than a half foot of coverage here, okay, on his forearm. So I've got him sucked in. Now from this position, this is really tight. Can you escape? Like real good genie. Okay, so here, this is tight enough that I can do this, okay? Pick him up. Pick him all the way up if I want to, okay? So what I'm going to do, this is like my deadlift choke. So I just pull his head up to me, and I try and get under here, okay? So what I like to do is pull him up and get the chin. And if I pull him up just to his butt here, he can't stop. If you notice when we're down here, I'm trying to force this hand in. I can't switch back and forth quickly. I've got to make a decision and go for it and push it. Kind of force the move. When I pull him up to his butt here, I can try this side, put my knee on the back to finish the choke in the back, okay? Or I can try this side, okay? So he's gonna fight my hands, and if I get a hand, I'll just push it and stand. Okay, I can push the hand down, just stand on it now. Got this, choke, this choke, still just against the thigh. Same way, okay? And if he's fighting really hard here, again, I can just take this and stand over it, and lay down and crucify him, okay? Over here. Crucifix with his hand trapped, just come and run one arm naked, or I can still choke this way if I want, okay? So from here, the magic grip. If you want to pick him up, it's worth it to try for all the way through and get the belt knot, because it's really controlled. Now I have to curl my wrist. Make sure it's going to be plenty tight, okay? Like I say, you can pick them all the way up, but just try, if you want, just move towards your opponent's legs and sit them on their butt, okay? And he only has one hand to fight me, and if he wants to grab my actual hand, then I'll use that, okay? Get in front of it, okay? Now he can't come back and defend himself. I can be in front of it and fall for the crucifix right here, okay? Or I kind of put him, I can have him like on his elbow fighting, this is my favorite, and then just stand, okay? So don't put him all the way up, just here on his elbow and let him post, stand on it. Now take this choke. When this grip is in, you can either let go and shoot here, or you can, I like to balance and put my shin in the back of the neck. Really just sit, okay? Or here. Like I say, you can go back and forth, Okay, get a good grip. Same thing, I'm just finishing against my thigh. If I have to, anytime I can drop all the way back and finish this way, okay? But I just want us to practice a little bit, lift our partner up, okay? Get some of these moves. Stand here. Same two techniques we can work, okay? If you already know the darts too, you can go through that hole. This hand comes through, okay? Darts here. Okay? I'm gonna show that one time. Okay. You can't get it from one view, that's all you get. Okay, so just for a couple tries, try and pick your partner up.